Hello and welcome to another inspiring edition of Diaspora Network, where we celebrate Nigerians making remarkable strides around the world. I'm Teniola Oyetayo. On today's program, we spotlight Nigeria's Independence Day and how Nigerians in the diaspora mark this year's celebration. Our guest is Adeshola Onodipe, accountant, entrepreneur, humanitarian and convener of Nigeria's Independence Day celebration in the United Arab Emirates. From leading the Africa Change movement in Dubai to publishing Ladies in Business magazine Global, she has dedicated her career to empowering women, building community, and projecting Africa's image positively on the world stage. But first, here's a look at what's making headlines across the global Nigerian community. Nigerian-American naval officer Kelechi Ndukwe has been elevated to the rank of Commodore and appointed commander of Destroyer Squadron 60 and Task Force 65 based in Rota, Spain. In his new role, Commodore Ndukwe will oversee U.S. Navy destroyer operations across Europe, Africa, and the Mediterranean. He has consistently distinguished himself, notably making history in April 2021 as the first Nigerian American to command a U.S. Navy-guided missile destroyer. His promotion has drawn pride and praise across the diaspora, with the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission formally congratulating him, calling it an accomplishment that makes both Nigeria and the international naval community proud. Nigerian-born athlete Jovan Olafioye has been inducted into the Canadian Football Hall of Fame class of 2025. During his 8 seasons with the BC Lions, Olafioye won the 2011 Grey Cup Championship, earned multiple All-Star selections, and captured the Most Outstanding Offensive Lineman award in 2012. Known for his consistency and leadership, Olafioye became one of the most admired offensive linemen in the Canadian Football League, setting a standard for excellence in offensive line play throughout his career.
My name is Peter Adeleke, and I just broke the Guinness World Record for the longest leadership lesson.
And still in Canada, Calgary has entered the record books after Nigerian-born author Peter Adeleke staged the world's longest leadership lesson, a marathon that lasted 28 hours and 45 minutes. Adeleke, who initially targeted between 30 and 48 hours, aimed to surpass the previous record of 24 hours. The event, which began at 10 a.m. in downtown Calgary, drew students, professionals, and business leaders who listened as he delivered a non-stop series of talks on leadership, purpose, and personal growth until 2:48 p.m. the following day. The record has now been officially confirmed by Guinness World Records. Adeleke says he hopes the feat will inspire anyone with a vision to dream bigger. And now to the theme of the week, Nigerians marking Independence Day in the diaspora. From London to New York, Johannesburg to Dubai, Nigerians are flying the green and white flag high this October, celebrating culture and unity, while also using the occasion to call for progress back home.
October 1st, 1960, the day Nigeria won her freedom from colonial rule. 65 years later, that pride of nationhood still echoes, not only across the homeland but wherever Nigerians are found around the world. In London, home to one of the largest Nigerian communities, Premier League club Fulham marked Nigeria's 65th independence anniversary with a colourful celebration at their training ground. Cupcakes bearing miniature flags were laid out, while locals and Nigeria internationals Alex Iwobi, Calvin Bassey and Samuel Chukwueze joined in alongside teammates. Elsewhere in London Southwark, Nigerians from all walks of life joined community leaders in a vibrant celebration that blended tradition, pride, and purpose. The event was hosted by the Mayor of Southwark, Councillor Sonny Lambert, in partnership with the Central Association of Nigerians in the UK, CANOC, and the Spring Community Hub. As part of the evening, Kanak launched a scholarship fund to support young black entrepreneurs of Nigerian descent in the UK, an initiative aimed at empowering the next generation. And in South Africa, the University of Johannesburg, Nigerian students dazzled the crowd during the annual Heritage Celebration with colorful performances. For many Nigerians here, the day is not only about festivities, it is also a moment of reflection, a chance to call for progress at home and to share their expectations from government.
In one part, I have to be proud of Nigeria. And saying I'm proud of Nigeria, I'm not proud of Nigeria as the country. I'm proud of the people, of the Nigerians, because we have wonderful Nigerians everywhere, and thank God for some Nigerians have gone ahead of us, and that's why some of us can thrive in a country like this.
Typically, for a 65-year-old man or a person, you would expect some form of maturity, achievement, innovations, and all of that. And that's what we are asking our leaders to do. Let's make us a country that has achieved. We want to see our achievement. We want to see corruption gone. We don't want corruption in our country. We want our youth empowered.
All we want from the leaders is good governance. We want good governance. You know, the youths that are loitering about, or the graduates, just to give them employment, you know, and let them be intentional, you know, in the things and the affairs of Nigeria.
One thing I would love the government to do is they should focus more on the transparency of the local economy. We have seen a lot of macroeconomic indicators showing positive signs, but the reality is not yet there.
With over 15 million Nigerians living abroad, these Independence Day celebrations grow larger each year. They stand as a bridge between home and the global stage, and for many, they are not just about remembering the past, but also a call to build a better Nigeria that more of its citizens will one day want to return to.
And now to our guest, Adeshola Onodikpe, founder of the Africa Change Movement in the United Arab Emirates, president of the African Arab Women Chamber of Commerce, and convener of Nigeria's Independence Day celebration in Dubai.
I'm a proud Ijebushian from Ijebu, and for people that can know more about Ijebu people, we are very, very hardworking. We do a lot in trade, and we are, you know, of course, business-oriented people, and of course, you can't cut the fashion part out of us. I don't know.
Adeshola Onodikpe is a Nigerian-born serial entrepreneur and changemaker from Ogun State, southwest Nigeria, with a background in accounting and experience in Nigeria's banking sector. She transitioned to entrepreneurship to focus on impact-driven initiatives across business, advocacy, and community development.
I was brought up by my grandmother because my mother has to, you know, come to Lagos to work. She is a teacher by profession. And growing up with my grandmother, you know, our grandmother can so, you know, inculcate a lot of discipline and, you know, tradition into you that you can't afford but just to listen. My father is a naval officer, he's retired right now, and my mother, like I said, she's a teacher. She used to teach, and my growing up was, you know, very not that smart, not born with silver spoon, but of course there were lots of you know, tradition, lots of how will I put it, attributes of how to act good character, knowing where you come from, the kind of family you come from, for you to behave well and act well and do the right thing as a child, and of course, as a child of God as well. And I went to Anglican Girls Grammar School in Ijebu, and from there, that's another school where you get to learn so many attributes you can never see. Then I went to Yaba College of Technology, where I had a OND in accounting. And then leaving that, I went to Lagos State University. I had my BSc in accounting. And of course, I started working in the banking industry. Around 2013 to 2014, I left the banking industry to start my own work. Of course, before then, of course, I was married and I have 2 wonderful daughters. Growing up was like, I wouldn't want to say lonely, but again, it gives me the platform, the orientation to find myself, to discover who I am and what I want to be.
She founded the Africa Change Movement in the United Arab Emirates, supporting Africans, especially displaced young girls, through programs that address sex trafficking, exploitation, and social inclusion. She also launched Miss Africa UAE, a cultural empowerment platform, and leads initiatives in skills training, legal advocacy, and funding for women entrepreneurs. As the founder and publisher of Ladies in Business Magazine Global and chief organizer of the She Global Awards, she champions visibility for women in business across Africa, the UAE, Turkey, Ghana, and Paris. She also co-founded the Business Innovation Academy with Business Research and Development UK to equip professionals with global standard entrepreneurial training. In her role as president of the African Arab Women Chamber of Commerce, Adeshola drives cross-continental collaboration and economic empowerment for women-led enterprises. Her work has earned her multiple international awards, including World Peace Ambassador and Global Humanitarian Award. Beyond business and advocacy, Adeshola plays a key cultural role as a convener of Nigeria's Independence Day celebration in the UAE.
October 2022 was the first Oktoberfest celebration. And that day, I made a vow that I'm going to continue doing it. You actually asked me that, are you sure you're going to continue doing this? And I said yes. Yes, because I knew that it's what we have to do. Even though some of Nigerians, they are not encouraged to be part of it or to support. In fact, I actually was talking to someone in the big industry. I don't want to give too much details, and I told him about it. I said, let's do this, and he told me, Shola, no, I'm not ready to be part of it. If it's your event, no problem, I can support you, but when it comes to Nigeria, and I said, no, but we are Nigerians, this is what we're supposed to be doing. I mean, someone like you've been here for quite a long time, you represent and you have good image representation, business-wise, personality-wise. I mean, you should even be championing stuff like this. And he said no to me, and that gives me the idea that we are not even proud of ourselves to start with. Like maybe some people were like, they don't want to acclimatize their name or their business as Nigerian, you understand, which is okay if that's their own personal belief, but that is not my own kind of belief, because wherever I go, by the time I'm introducing myself, you don't need to like have any second doubt or try to bring in the negative part of, oh, you're Nigeria, oh, your people are this. No, you won't tell me that, because I don't look it and I will not represent that. And that is why all the while I was going out to different conferences and seminars, I dress in the Nigerian way, because that way you can see me that I'm an African woman. And for those that can really tell, you can say that, oh, are you from Nigeria? You understand? So I'm very, very proud, and I'm ready to take that name to the next level. So again, that give back to the Oktoberfest celebration. So I started talking to people. I mean, people like you to come on board to support. Let's come together as one. I'm not a Filipino and I'm not an Indian. Yes, I will still be Nigeria till that kingdom come. So if I know that is my trademark, all I needed to do is just to find somehow, in one way or the other, to make it perfect to some extent within my own capacity, that I can help and showcase and bring about the good image of the country.
Each year, she leads a vibrant showcase of Nigerian heritage in Dubai through fashion, food, music, and tradition, bringing together the Nigerian diaspora in celebration of unity, identity, and national pride.
Thanks for staying with us on the program. Now, more from our conversation with Adeshola Onodikpe, including her thoughts on women's empowerment, the importance of community in the diaspora, and a message to Nigerians everywhere as we celebrate independence.
I came to Dubai with 45,000 naira. Yeah, I sold some things and all that, and I sent the money to a family to help me to do the visa, my residence and all that. But lo and behold, upon getting to Dubai, those family went away with my money. Right. They are Nigerian family, a family of 3. So they are Christian. So I was like, oh, they are Christian, husband and wife with 3 children. Like, they are nice people. But again, it's a lie. So I found myself in that situation. I was running an overstay with my little daughter, and Ayo was in school, so she has a student visa. So it was a very, very bad experience for me because I wasn't planning that. And I said, how am I going to go out of this? Because I didn't come with any money. I've already planned that I'm going to have my residence and I'm going to start working, And lo and behold, I went to the immigration. I was directed to go there, but I prayed. And that will make me to say that, please, anyone should have God in their life. Because when you have God by your side and you're doing the right thing, even though you don't have the knowledge or the know-how, God will direct you and help you and place people in your space that can help you at every particular point in time. So I just went to immigration office. I explained myself to them. I told them that I'm sorry that this is what happened to me. They went away with my money and now I'm on overstay. And then by calculation of my overstay in Naira value was like about almost 2 million in Naira. They said, okay, no problem. The guy said, go there, meet that guy and tell him to give you mercy letter. And I'm like, mercy letter? Is that supposed to be an official letter? Or, it sounds straight to me like, what's mercy letter? So while I was doubting maybe I'm not hearing him. He said, go, tell him, give you mercy letter. I said, okay. So I went. And while I was going, something tells me that I thought you prayed for mercy while you were coming. So just go. I said, okay. So I got to the guy. I asked him, that guy tell me, you give me mercy letter. And he said, okay, sit down. And I sat down. This guy started asking me questions, like tapping on the system and blah, blah, blah. And he gave me a note. He told me I should expect a text from them within the next 7 days. That after the next 7 days, then I can now go ahead to adjust and redo my visa. I said, thank you. So after that, of course, the guy that I met is actually a police officer, a local police officer. So I went back to him to thank him. And he said, what's your number? I gave him my phone number. I said, okay, I will call you. So before the weeks runs out, like the 3rd day after, the guy called me. I said, oh, I would like you to meet someone. And he introduced me to his mother, who is a captain in the immigration. Yes, yeah. Lo and behold, when the text, came out, the overstay that was supposed to pay like almost 2 million, I think I eventually paid like about 60 to 70,000 naira in value. And the next day they were like, okay, no problem, they're going to help me. And that was how this woman helped me to do my residence without taking any money from me. And she's a local. And we became friends and, everything just started nice. And they were introducing me, helping me here, helping me there to do 1 or 2 things that I needed to do while I'm here. So again, that's the grace of God that I would say, going back to what I said, that when you pray and have, believe in God that God can help you. Of course, in a place where you have nobody, He can surely rise up for you. So while doing that, I said, you know what? I can't start working again. I can't. I've worked in the banking industry for how many years? I said, no. I tried to work, but when I look at people waking up early in the morning, I said, no, I've left that simmering, that now I need to do what I'm doing. And I said, how can I do this? So I was actually looking out for something to do. And I said to myself, why didn't I just continue the things I was doing back home in Nigeria? Because I came to Dubai late 2019, October, just before the COVID. And of course, 2020, we know that nothing happened, So, but while during the COVID, 1 or 2 activities were coming up. And I said, you know what? I need to start doing my own business. I need to start doing, something for myself. I cannot afford to work, I've left the working, industry like that 9 to 5 job. It's not something I would like anymore. But for me to grow, I need to find other people's, to leverage on other people's opportunities and, their advantage of whatever they have. And that is what I do. And that has really, really helped me. Starting event management business with Shaw's Concept Event Management was something that I love dearly. And I started with ushering, cake decoration. I didn't learn all those things, but I was, recruiting people, subcontracting the job to some people that can do it while I learn on the job as well. And I get my money and everybody get paid and we are all happy at the end of the day, right? So I started doing that. So while I was doing that, I was, attending conferences, seminars, and what have you for women, in order to develop myself. And I went to LBS school, also Lagos Business School. So I saw that there are a lot of women doing wonderfully well for themselves, but they are not seen, heard, and recognized. And that makes me to ask myself the same question because I'm part of those people. I just don't want to be doing event for the sake of doing event's sake. I want to be seen and perceive that I'm doing something great in my own line of industry. So I said, how can we bring all these women out? How can we, showcase them? And I said to myself, can we have a magazine for them to be seen, heard, and recognized? Yes, I saw lots of wonderful magazines for the women and all that. But I said to myself, no, we should have a magazine that can literally help them to transform from stage A to stage B while they cross the bridge of how, they started their businesses. Because magazines just want to showcase the celebrities, the, high names and the people at the top. It's okay, that's fine, but they're already at the top. We've known them already. But how about these people coming up? Which is where I fall in. And I said that, like I used to say that I'm a victim of what I curated because I found myself in that situation and I need to create a solution in that line. And that was how I was able to create Ladies in Business Magazine Global. And we feature women from various, of course, I started initially from Nigeria. We feature different ladies doing wonderfully well because they all have the skills, they all have the business, but nobody knows them. Success has different phases, different stages. At whatever particular point you are, you can be celebrated. Just make sure you are not stagnant, that you are not in one way. For you moving from one level to the other, it is success. When you see yourself on a cover, it gives them that boost, that energy that, you know what, this is me. If I can be this, then I can be that in the future. So that is what Ladies in Business Magazine is all about. And from there, I said to myself, you know what? I want to go global. 2021, I decided to do She Global Awards that I used to do in Nigeria. Of course, before then, I've been doing, the magazine, publishing it online, connecting with all those women in business, and they were also interested in what I was doing because they were like, oh, this is nice. Because the motive of why I set it up back in Nigeria is the same thing going on here. The women, they are not given the opportunity to come out, you understand? And this being a Muslim country, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So, it allows me to thrive, to continue doing the magazine publication. And again, I said, you know what? Let me do the She Global Awards. And in 2021, I did the first She Global Awards here in the UAE, in Dubai. And it was massive. And I had people flowing in from the UAE, from other African countries, of course, from the UK, US, and what have you. And with that event, a lot of people now get to know me more because we're like, oh, who is this woman? Oh, what's she doing? You understand? Apart from the fact that, they started inviting me to be a speaker in one conference and one seminar or the other, to enlighten them. And at a point, I was now becoming the supposed African woman, representing, because truth to be told, I will tell you that every gathering I've always been going, I'm always the only Black person, the Black woman. In fact, Black person, not only about the Black woman now, because where I was opportune to enter are literally with the locals, and you can hardly see our people there, even from any other African country. And I used to ask the question, why? Why are we not here? Why are we not representing ourselves very? Because these are the people that are going to see us, to let their own people know that this is how these people are. We are just doing our own circle thing with our own people. That's okay, that's fine. But you have to, learn how to expand and, move out. And that is where you can thrive. Youth should know that the sky will be your starting point, not even your limits. If only you can be focused and dedicated. There is money everywhere. I don't follow people to say there is no money. There is money. If you can locate the right channel, locate the right people at the right time, they will help you. I have been there, of course, with good motives, not with the aim to go and, rob them or, scam them or do some nasty stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Because whatever you're willing to do or willing to achieve, God will always bring it your own way. If you want to do the party thing, the party people too will be locating you and you will get them, right? Yeah. So it is whatever we choose. It's a matter of decision. And the Bible says we should choose life so that we can live.
And that wraps up another edition of Diaspora Network. To watch more episodes celebrating Nigerians in the diaspora, visit channelstv.com or our YouTube channel. Until next time, I'm Teniola Oyetayo. Thanks for watching.